All right, folks, now it is time to talk about episode 2 of season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead. Now, this episode is called Welcome to the Club. Now, after a phenomenal episode by Morgan in episode 1, he's now directed. Lenny James is directing episode 2. So, he's doing some things, already getting the season started. And I'm ready to say that episode 2 just picks up on the madness here. I loved episode 2 as well. Like, it is again, I can't stress enough. Season 6 thus far is must watch each and every week. For the 3 episodes I've seen, you don't want to miss out. You don't want to be late. I mean, I would even get the AMC Plus if you just feel that, if you have the extra funds, because you just do not want to miss out on this, because like there will be a lot of chatter once these episodes air about all the things that happen to it. But again, after an amazing episode with Morgan, Lenny James now directing episode 2. So, very talented guy, definitely. And him getting the chance to direct early in this season is always a plus for the viewers here. But again, as I said, whenever the episode starts, you can tell what is going to be, who the episode is going to be about by the picture of the person on the title scene. And as we see now, we got a picture of Strand. So we know it's definitely going to be about him and Alicia, who, once everybody got disbanded, who are together, who is in Virginia's little compound doing Virginia's dirty work. But Strand, you know him. He's against the grain guy, so it wasn't going to be long before he tried to stand up against her and her rangers. So, but I gotta say, the opening scene for this episode was even crazier because, to be honest, it felt really Resident Evil-ish to me, but it was like really, really, really cool. You have these walkers who are covered in molasses, so they're all slippery and sticky, and oh god, it's super cool and hella creepy, shall I say? And not to mention, like. All I can say is fuck. Look, something that happens to somebody early in this episode is just kind of mind blowing. You just wait until you see it. But Alicia and Strand, even being on Virginia's little compound, they're running into everybody, all their old friends, whether it's Charlie, Daniel, and a few more. So like they're not totally alone, unlike everybody else. But so we get introduced to Dakota, who is Virginia's sister. Now, I don't know to trust her or not. I mean, she has good intentions. She has a good plan. But I'm just not totally sure. And quite frankly, this is probably good casting because they really do look alike. It's like when I first saw her before, they was even, she said they were her sister. Like, I was like, she looks like, I almost thought she was Virginia, but I was like, yeah, but Virginia wouldn't be like hiding out in her own place. So, but yeah, I don't know if I trust her just yet. I don't know. But again, she's proven to know some things, and she's proven to not be totally aligned with Virginia. But I don't know, man. People who give out free and heavy information too early is always something with them. But when it comes down, how could I forget about this? Strand and Daniel, once they run into each other, the conversation that they have together, all I can say is that it just truly hurt me. I was hurt. I was like, I was just hurt. That's all I can say about that. Again, I'm not here to give out major plot points or something that will ruin your experience, but I'm gonna say that this conversation here, you definitely need to pay the key into like really deep, because like it hurt me. But when you think about Alicia and Strand being together, they're two of the strongest characters in Fear the Walking Dead. It wouldn't be long before they tried to challenge the system and come up with a plan. And that's eventually what happens here, because Virginia is after. So in this little, behind this particular door where the molasses herd is held, no one can actually kill this herd, because it's a very dangerous situation, because they're slippery, they're sticky, and people are all slipping and sliding everywhere. And so many people have tried and attempted and have failed. But what's inside that room is a weapon that Virginia wants in order to take down somebody else. So, come to find out, Dakota tells Strand and Alicia this, and they're just like, well, if you get the weapon, you can take down Virginia and her rangers, and you could overthrow everything here. So they decide they are going to do it. Now, I gotta say, Strand is a savage. That's probably the easiest way I can say that here. He's a straight savage, and quite frankly, once they started to handle this task, they were making light work of what most people were not able to do and have attempted and failed. Not to mention the Rangers that kind of like fell into them doing this. They were terrible. I mean, everybody's so fearful of the Rangers, but like they were literally terrible. Like there's nothing to fear of them at all. But Virginia and her psychological twists and turns and plans and all that other stuff, more than just this weapon that she's looking for, but trying to build an army to the point that she even gives Strand the key to the city. And we know Strand. We know him since the beginning, that you give this guy a little bit of power, he's not going to know how to act. And him proving himself to Virginia and getting the key to the city is like, I smell danger all over again. But there's one thing I will say about Strand, and that's his relationship with Alicia. It's always been the most abstract, but he has a deep appreciation and a protection for her that we see. And she's always the one to kind of get through to him. So I always appreciate seeing those two having those deep conversations together. As Strand is truly trying to forget the person he used to be and trying to be a better person. But hell, giving him power, we all know who he is. And we all know at any opportunity he will get back to that person that he used to be. But I got to say, once again, the final scene of this episode is so powerful, it's so dope, and it is a complete mind-blowing, mind-exploding shocker. Unlike, I literally flew out my chair of the final scene. Like again, I know I said the first one you weren't ready. This one is a double down of what happens of episode 1. So again, you just not ready. Wait till you see it. As always, though, let me know in the comments. What do y'all think is happening? Of course, I'm not going to spoil it. And anybody puts anything in the comments that's a spoiler, I'm going to delete it. But what do you all think that's going to happen? And as always, stay tuned, because once the episode drop, I definitely want to know what you all think about these final moments of episode 2. What an incredible episode. Welcome to the club. Thank you for watching my review, folks, and catch y'all real soon.